What's up, everyone? Today we have a Honda commercial HRC216 that apparently everyone that uses these machines, the second one I got from this person, that broke off the fuel cap top, so it's really hard to open, but he doesn't care about that, so we're not going to worry about it. What we're going to worry about is these tires are very worn. The other one, the other end, exactly the same condition. In addition to that, the self-propel mechanism inside is failing, and I already took off one side just to kind of look at it, and you have to forgive me, it's super dirty, and I decide I don't really want to keep it, so I threw it away when I ordered this. But inside of here, there's a gear kind of pressed into this plastic housing, and in there's these little teeth. I'll show you what goes in there, but we'll look at that when we get to that point. Well, 2 or 3 of those teeth in the other one were just completely nubbed down, like they would just slide right over. Even if we need to save the tire, we couldn't, or the wheel. Now you can just buy this gear, so if your tread was still pretty decent, you don't have to replace the whole thing, but even that's a little expensive, so we're just going to opt to replace the whole thing. That way the self-propel can work again. First thing is we need to remove the wheel, so let's do that. Forgive the sniffles. This has definitely been in a field, and I have a fairly bad allergy towards whatever grass this was. I know what you mean. Why do you have an allergy like that? You work on these all the time. I don't know. So this side isn't nearly as bad. But we do have a brand new one. This was the part that was a little sketchy on the other one. This spins, and those teeth come out and kind of catch on those gears, and when you push forward or pull back, they don't really grab. It's kind of either they move the transmission with it, and that's fine, or if you're going the opposite direction, it won't actually do too much of anything because it will just slide right over it and push it down, and there's no problem. So that side actually isn't horrible. Let me show you this other one. Now this is after me cleaning it for about 5 minutes with some carb cleaner and like a pick. You can tell it's still not really springing back. I'm going to put this in an ultrasonic cleaner. Probably not necessary. You could just continue to clean it manually, but I really want this to be clean, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick here. This side is a whole lot worse. So I already put the wheel on the side you saw me work on earlier. There's supposed to be a pin in here, but there's not. What there is just solid packed mud. In addition to that, where the pin is supposed to sit also was completely packed with mud. So after a whole lot of just doing this, coming up front, those spring back pretty decently now, so we're okay with that. So what we need to do is we need to clean that out. Now there are various ways of doing this, of course, but the easiest way, in my opinion, is to take a drill bit like so. I like these, they just actually go in the impact and just drill out the mud. Wow, that is legit completely just packed in there. Let's spin the wheel a little bit. Maybe look at the other side. Oh yeah, that is just tore up. Let's just take this off. Or maybe this is the pin and just broke off inside of there. I think that's what's happening now, because the mud, if it was mud, would have came right out. We're gonna take a punch and kind of punch it out. Yep, that's what happened. Completely, totally just sheared itself, which is very, very odd. I didn't even think that was even a possibility, to be honest. Well, to make sure that we have it cleaned, let's do this again. Now, the problem is we have to find another pin, but there's a solution for that. I have these aluminum pins that I just kind of grind down to fit. They fit right in there. As long as it's not too wide for it, usually works pretty well. So we need to both clean and protect this piece. This is kind of like a seal, and it's a little hard, but this helps prevent dirt from getting inside. Let's clean up this shaft a little bit. Polishing the shaft. Well, I wouldn't say polish. What we can do is put some safety glasses on. Just take a wire brush. Knock off a lot of the big pieces. Safety glasses are a requirement for wire brushes like that, because you do not want one of those to fly off into your eye. I mean, at least I don't. I don't want it to go off in your eye. Okay, now we get some grease, and unfortunately the only grease I have is high temperature auto grease, but that I do believe is going to be a-okay. I wipe off some of the excess. We don't need a whole lot in there. There we go. This washer goes on next. And then, oops. This will go on next. That little seal needs to be kind of pressed in there a little bit. Otherwise, you'll have a problem. Like I said, dirt and stuff will get in there, especially with grease. You don't want that. after you let the grease kind of work itself in, you'll start to hear it click. But I'm not too worried. I can hear it kind of clicking already. It's catching. I can't see the other wheel moving. I've never started this. Let's give it a pull. Something to go over real quick. The reason why it's soft metal is because that's technically supposed to shear, I believe. At least that's what I did before. So I'm going to go with that. Oh, that's a short rope. That's not good. Either the cable needs adjusting or the self-propel is not engaging. I don't think this is one that can be adjusted. Oh, you can, okay. Let me take a quick gander at a few things. In the center of your screen, there is a rod that comes out right here. Has a boot. Now basically that I believe it's connected to the camshaft, and there's a piece in there that likes to shear, and I think we might be running into that shearing problem. We'll know because there's a cover I just took off. We'll know if it's sheared if I turn it on again. I'm not going to engage the blades because I don't have to, but let's see if we could turn it on again. And if that does not spin, then we know that it's sheared inside. If it is spinning and the wheels are still not moving, then we know that the transmission itself is having a problem. I don't think it's the cable. It seems plenty tight. So let's give it a pull, try it again. Well, that was weird. It started working. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess when in doubt, just take the cover off and look at it. So yeah, we don't have to do anything. That's good. I'm going to put the cover back on and give it a pull and see if it's any different. Try now. Cover's on. I do notice this engine's running a little fast. I might readjust that real quick. Had this an idea. What if it's something to do with the blades being engaged? I don't think so. I don't really know how that would be doing it, but let's give it a pull and find out. Nope, seems to be fine. I don't know exactly what happened, but we're doing good. So, what do we figure out today? One, replacing a wheel is pretty easy on these machines. It's actually kind of cheaper in some cases, especially if it's a lower tread. I think like the gear inside was like $30, and 2 tires with everything you need was about $60. So you're already getting a new tread, you're getting a whole lot of everything. And just with a little cleaning and quick installation, you have wheels that will last you much longer than your old ones. So there's that. And 2, the other possible causes of this would be, like I said, the sheared little pin. Perhaps the actual mechanism in the side that we cleaned was damaged. There is a little spring and maybe the dogger came off. So you have to replace that. In addition, it could be the shaft in the center. If yours does not have that shaft, and consider yourself lucky or fortunate if you do have this shaft. I'm telling you, if that was to be the problem, I refuse doing that job again. So don't even bother, because you have to take off the motor, you have to remove the clutch, you have to completely disassemble it, and you have to take the sump off. It's just a giant pain. So consider yourself lucky. Could also be the transmission, could be the cable. We discovered it wasn't the cable, we discovered it's not the transmission, so we should be good to go. So other than that, I'll catch you on the next time. I'm gonna do a quick video on how to just see me later. Leave a comment below, follow me at Small Engine 101 on Instagram, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.